Welcome everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss what Ansible is and the project that I have created using Ansible. So Ansible in simple terms is just an automation framework. So let's say you have an HPC cluster and you have a few nodes in that cluster, and let's say you need to perform some activities on it. It could be updating your caches, it could be installing some packages, it could be installing PyTorch, it could be installing compilers like GCC Fortran, it could be installing MPI libraries. So typically without Ansible, the options usually are to go to log into each individual node using SSH and running a script that installs everything, then going to the another machine, then running a script, then running a script. So this is a lot of tedious task and this can be automated. And more than automation, you can just run one script and the activities will be performed in all of the nodes. The installation activity or whatever your automation job or function is there, it will be performed parallelly in all of the nodes at the same time. So let's take a look at the project that we have created. So in Ansible, if you go to the inventory folder and you open the host.ini file, it gives you a list of all the computers, all the nodes, or all the hosts that are managed under Ansible. So I've created 3 nodes using Docker, and I want to push some configuration and I want it to be installed automatically on these 3 nodes. So I'm mentioning these 3 nodes along with the IP address, along with the port number and the SSH certificate within this file. Next, when we come to the heart of our Ansible project, that is site.yml file, which is also known as a playbook. So now Ansible knows which computers or which nodes need the configuration update, but we haven't actually decided what is to be automated yet. So here, as you can see, we have specified what are the packages that we want to be installed and where do we want everything to be installed. Now moving on, we also have a specific Jinja template here. Now why are we using Jinja, this specific template, is because we have a dependency lmod which requires the latest version or a version of OpenMPI. So let's say lmod requires a specific version of OpenMPI package. So instead of hard coding the OpenMPI version in here, we are using a variable. So whenever this script runs, it automatically fetches the API, the version of the OpenMPI, and based on that, it installs the appropriate lmod package. So an appropriate example would be if you are installing CUDA drivers on a cluster or a node with an NVIDIA GPU, you also need a CUDNN package which is of compatible versions. So it's like automating that. So these were the main files in our Ansible project. So if we take a look at that, as I told you, the heart of our Ansible job or project is site.yml file. And to execute that, we are going to use the command ansible-playbook. So when you run that command, it tries to connect with all the nodes. So the 3 nodes that we have, so the 3 nodes that need the configuration to be pushed into. And then as we can see, all the packages are being installed one by one, the GCC, MPICC, and all the other packages. Now the thing is, Ansible is idempotent, which basically means is that no matter how many times you run a specific function, you will get the same output. So what it means in practice is that, let's say you have already installed all the packages using Ansible automation. If you try to run it one more time, it will not change anything. You might think that there are changes being made here, but as you can see in the last recap that we get here, as we can see, 0 things have been changed. And here on the first installation of the packages, here as you can see, 9 things have been changed. So it basically saves on redundant effort. So if maybe you're not keeping track of the changes that you have made on a specific node, even if you accidentally run an Ansible automation one more time, it will not waste its time in executing that. Instead, it will just skip all the changes that are already present. So that was it for my introduction of Ansible. Thanks for watching.